Hi guys, welcome to Comp 1. This is a summer all-online class, and as I'm sure you're probably well aware, with summer courses, we do in 8 weeks what is typically done in 16 weeks. So get ready for a fast and intense ride, but it's a really great opportunity to get your Comp 1 in this kind of 8-week span of time. This class is all online, although I'm in my office on the main campus in Union at least 2 days a week this summer. So if you ever want to come meet with me individually, that's always an option. Or if you want to talk on the phone, that's always an option too. Um, I'm just going to talk for a few minutes about what the course is going to look like. You have a couple of assignments for the first few days of class. But from here on out, our weeks are typically going to run Wednesday through Wednesday. So starting this Wednesday, June 4th, we'll kick off kind of our first formal assignments. I'll have hope that you have gotten your feet wet in these first couple of days and we'll be ready to go. So for the next couple of days, I'm going to ask you to first introduce yourself in the introductions forum. I've started a thread, so just reply to me so we can see one another's posts. So click on my post and then reply to that and introduce yourself. We'll be doing a lot of discussion forums this semester, so it's good to get in the habit of knowing how to reply and knowing what that process looks like. And we want to get to know one another. You might find that someone has the same major as you, um, someone has similar interests that you do. We want to be comfortable with one another. Even though this is an online class and we don't have those in-class discussions, we do try to replicate that in the discussion forums. So go in there first, introduce yourself, read about your other classmates, and that's a good place to start. Um, then I would like for you to read a few things the next couple of days. The selections from the preface of your sound ideas that are listed on your syllabus, and then they're also listed in the assignment this week. So you'll read through. Everyone has something important to say. The title is more complex than that. It just slipped out of my mind. Shitty first drafts and the vocabulary of comics. So these are just kind of short and sweet selections. The vocabulary of comics is a comic that talk a little bit about writing and our unique voices and the writing process, just to give you sort of um, an idea of things that we'll be thinking about this semester as you write and read and think critically. So read over those. And the discussion forum for those readings, I'm just asking you to post one response to each reading. Starting on Wednesday, the discussion forums will be a little bit more interactive. You'll have to post a response and then post a response to a classmate. But for these first couple of days, I just want you to get in there, show that you've read something, show how you're going to kind of post and critically respond to texts, but in a pretty kind of quick and simple way. And then I've also provided a few resources that will bridge over into our first week's assignment. So start reading the New York Times article on annotating text and the importance of marking up your book and marking as you read, writing notes in the margin. You really want to become and learn to be an active reader this semester, because reading is a big part of writing well. And then also look at the resources I provided about the 10 most common writing errors. You'll have a quiz about that next week. So again, just poke around the resources that I've provided so far and read the selections from your preface and start to get involved in the forums. Be sure that you've gone over the information at the top of the class. So the syllabus is provided as a Word document that you might want to print out, and also as a web page. We will follow the syllabus pretty closely, but what happens in class, what I post as assignments, that's kind of the most important thing in this course. The syllabus is just kind of an outline, some guidelines of what the semester will look like, but it's really important that you go over it so you understand the expectations, the importance of showing up. It's a web class, I know, but you still have to log in a lot and participate. Um, every week you need to be participating and turning things in, so just be prepared for that. So go over the syllabus closely. In fact, do that before you do anything else. I should have said that first. So be sure that you go over the syllabus, um, immediately today, as soon as possible. I've also included at the top of the page just some resources that you might find useful throughout the semester. And I've also included an assignment to your journal. So pay attention to this. Um, the 8-week aspect of this course, that we kind of condense a 16-week course into 8 weeks, you're still going to be doing the same amount of work that you would do if you were taking Comp 1 with me in the fall. The one place where you get off with a little bit less work, kind of, is the journal. Because I have students keep a journal week by week, typically in a 16-week semester, it's about 48 posts. By the end of our summer semester, you'll have about 24 posts. So open up the journal link, look at it. I don't expect you to start it right away. I'll talk about it a little bit more on Wednesday, and that's when I'll kind of want you to kick it off. The journal assignment looks a little bit confusing at first, but once you start it, it's really easy. It's just kind of flexible, and sometimes students see flexible assignments and freak out a little bit. Basically, what you'll be doing with the journal is you have 4 different tasks each week with the journal. One of them will be to go to the website that I've provided. It's a radio broadcast called This American Life, and they have whole radio shows that they broadcast every week. They're about an hour each, but each show has segments, so kind of short stories within that large show. And I ask you can do it randomly, you can pick out ones that sound interesting to you, but listen to one segment from one of the broadcasts and reflect on it. Think about how it's a text. Many of them resemble narratives that we'll be talking about starting Wednesday. So just reflect upon that. And I've provided you with the full 14, I think, prompts, questions, and quotes that I would give to a normal 16-week class. For you, you can choose out of all of those prompts. You'll have one question per week and one quote per week that you respond to. So the way it is on the assignment, it kind of goes through the themes that we'll run through, and you can choose what you would like to respond to. But do keep in mind that the questions and quotes go in order of the themes that we're working on. So you'll choose one each week for 6 weeks. And then the 4th task you have with your journal is to make a connection. So maybe you're in another class where you're talking about something similar, or maybe you saw a commercial that you saw a specific rhetorical technique being used. So write a paragraph about that connection that you make between something you learned in Comp 1 and something that you see in another class or in your life elsewhere. So you'll have about 4 paragraphs per week for about 6 weeks. So you should have about 24 paragraphs in your journal. And your journal can be in a Word document that you just keep going throughout the semester. It can be on Blogger, and it can be on WordPress if you want to keep an online blog. Please don't use Moodle's blog option. It's just not very user-friendly. So again, we'll talk more about the journal on Wednesday, but open the Word document, print it off, kind of be ready for that to be part of your comp experience this summer. Okay, I think that's where we stand for these first couple of days. So really kind of get in the class, look around, click on links, print out the syllabus, print out your journal assignment, and do that reading, and just kind of get ready to really start this process on Wednesday. If you have any questions or concerns, please email me at leigh.kolb@eastcentral.edu, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Um, Faculty and staff have kind of switched email technology in the last week or so, so if there's a delay or if I haven't gotten back to you, um, remain calm. We'll kind of figure it out. But just know that there might be some technical difficulties. Which reminds me, also every week we will have a general forum that will follow us called a Questions and Concerns Forum. That if you have a question that you think your whole class, your classmates could need to know the answer to, or if I didn't respond to an email, you can post questions and concerns in that forum, and I will answer them as quickly as possible as well. So, welcome to Comp 1. Let me know if you have any questions or concerns. But for now, really poke around the resources I've given you, read the syllabus carefully, um, and start reading and start responding to forums. And I look forward to getting to know you throughout the semester and reading your writing. Um, Again, let me know if you have any questions or concerns. Have a great day.